Right, so the topic which I'm going to discuss is AI-assisted feedback for formative assessment, which we did a pilot at BPP University. Before we get into the discussion, the things which all of us need to understand is BPP is a private university. So unlike public universities, we actually recruit students 11 times per year. So we have 11 intakes per academic year for our MSc management student. And then because of that reason, marking is a huge operation at BPP, like thousands of scripts to mark each month, not each academic year. Markers have a maximum 2 weeks to provide feedback, and normally we ask each marker to mark 150 submissions within 2 weeks' time. And what we identified, because of time limit, there is an inconsistency how much each marker actually provides to feedback, and the result is really minimal for our students. So to enhance the students' learning experience and also to reduce the cognitive load for markers, we decided to pilot AI-assisted feedback for our markers. So we started a pilot project in March this year, and we actually have tried 2 AI programs, which is a third vendor program, Grade and Keath. And then later, our lovely Gen AI team started to develop in-house prototype for the markers as well. And during the August, we trained and retrained Keath, and one of the the vendor which we selected, and our in-house prototype multiple times with the previous markers of feedback. And actually, last 2 weeks, we have used both applications to provide feedback for formative submissions. And outcome is last 2 weeks, 3 markers marked around 350 papers with AI-assisted feedback. As we didn't want to remove a human factor from our marking, markers have reviewed AI-generated feedback and decided whether they could use it without modification or whether they want to add something and remove content. Markers needed to transfer feedback from the AI system to Turnitin because that was a huge challenge for us. Students submit coursework on the Turnitin, but we couldn't merge AI and then Turnitin. So markers had 2 different screens, AI generated feedback and then Turnitin. The another challenge for us is AI doesn't pick up similarities. So markers need to go through a Turnitin similarity for academic misconduct. Also, to train AI, we needed previous markers feedback, human feedback. So it means if we change formative assessment, then we need to train AI again. However, we found out marking time was reduced by average 20 to 30%, which was absolutely brilliant for our markers. Another one, for students' experience, we provided students with more than 10,000 words of feedback with less marking time. So normally we ask students to submit around 1,500 words coursework. So our feedback was a very similar length of our students' coursework. What we also found out, language used by AI is much friendlier for students. But the first time what we identified, there was no differentiate between grade boundaries. So how AI generated feedback for merit was a very similar language for the pass or failed student. So we have trained AI multiple times and then still also had a human markers check to make sure when students receive feedback, they actually understand why they received that grade boundary. Another amazing thing what we found out, AI generated feedback actually provide really good feed-forward feedback with multiple action points and how to improve their work for students. So it was really, really good outcome. Next step is what we are planning to do is from next week, actually, we're going to collect data from our students and markers because we want to understand how students actually understand AI generated feedback, whether they accept AI generated feedback, and then challenges for markers. So we're going to conduct a survey, interviews, and focus group. But our last aim is we want to investigate how this AI-assisted feedback actually supports students' final summative assessment as well. So it's a still ongoing project, and we will probably get a better idea of how AI-assisted formative feedback can enhance the students' summative learning or performance, probably next February. Thank you.